Yo, what is up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of training with the dog. I got Stella over here.
Cute little Stella.
She's excited, she's ready to go, and we're going to get started. I'm going to get the camera set up, grab a few things I need, and I'll explain what I'm using as I'm going, you know what I mean? So, yeah, let's get right into it. Stella! That's a good girl. Come here. Come here. Stella, come here. Come here. Alright, since she's going to get it and not coming back, I'm going to tie her up to this lead. It's not very long, but I'm just going to toss it and just make her come back to me, and hopefully that works. Come on. Sit. Stella, sit. Good girl. Okay. Come here. Come here. Bring her here. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. I'm gonna go get Diesel. This should be better. Come on. Hey. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Diesel. We went a little bit early there, so I just kind of went with it. Bring it back. Why are you holding it like that? Stay. Diesel. Good boy. Bring her. Bring her. That's a good boy right here. Here. Bring her. That's a good boy. Come on, you gotta hold it. You gotta hold it. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Stay. Diesel. Good boy. Right here. Right here. 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 Diesel. Stay. Sit. Diesel, sit. Diesel. Over. Good boy. Here. Right here. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Here. Good boy. Stay. Diesel. He gets so impatient. He just wants to go get it. Here. Right here. Right here. Hold it how you're supposed to. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. So these dogs are really tired, so I'm not gonna keep working them if they don't want to. I mean, I did like what, 6 retrieves with Diesel, and he's done already. Sometimes I can go forever with him, and he still just wants to keep retrieving. But today they're just kind of, I guess they're just out of it. They've been playing for a while too, so. Well, I'm dropping my camera here going down that hill. But I'm gonna get the other dogs, let them come out here. But anyways, that's basically what I do. I just, you know, do a few retrieves until I generally like to go till they're, you know, they're pretty excited, and then just cut it there. That way, the next time we come outside to, you know, practice, they're really excited for it. And that's usually what I try to do. Today they're just tired. They've just been playing, I guess. But I'm gonna go downstairs and we're gonna talk a little bit about how I start them and what I do. So see you downstairs. Boom! Look at that. Let me close this door. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm down here. I hope the audio is good. Anyways, every time, man, every time I start a video, there is just a dog, people, an airplane, a fridge. Anyways, so what I came down here to talk about was how I start a dog. And I'll just use Stella as an example, and then I'll switch to Diesel, and then I'll just talk about the long term, you know, what I do for long term. So usually when I get a dog, I'll introduce them to feathers as quick as I can. You know, as quick as they have their first shots is when I would just, you know, get a wing and then just kind of play around with them or her with a wing of a duck, a wing of a pheasant. I mean, you know, basically anything. Just something that so they can get that feeling of wings in their mouth. The other thing after that I do is I'd get a little rope. I don't know, just some type of rope. Just tie a little skinny rope to them, and you're going to toss that wing out, and then you're just going to kind of bring them back to you, and you're going to really encourage them, really encourage those animals. You really want to do this pretty frequently, honestly. I mean, if you could do it every day for 5 to 10 minutes, awesome. If you can't, just, you know, just try to do it as much as you can. But like I was saying, you know, you keep practicing with that dog. After it starts knowing to come back to you, then you just take off that rope or lead or whatever it is that you're using, and I'd go to like a hallway. If you have a hallway, that's perfect. And then just close all the doors, and then just toss that toy or wing or whatever it is that you're using now. Just toss it down the hall, and then what that does is just, you know, it makes that dog come to you. It's just going to come to you. It can't go anywhere else. It's just going to go either sit at the end of the hall or come to you. And but like I said, by then it should just know to come back to you. The next stage is I'd probably start training, just going outside and, you know, doing what I'm doing right now with Diesel. Right now what I'm doing with Diesel is teaching him spot. When we're on a boat, on my boat or something, I can say spot and he'll go to his spot. I know this isn't like the most in-depth video. It's not the best how to train your dog video. As long as this video helps like one person, I'll be happy. So once you start teaching your dog spot and he understands what that means, I'd start doing drills with him to hold in, you know, whatever it is, the duck, the goose, whatever it is. You can use a dead duck, it's probably the best thing, or you can still use a dummy. And what I like to do when I get to that stage, I'm not there with Diesel yet, or Stella, but what I like to do when I get to that stage is put them on the tailgate of my truck, you know, and you sit there with your dog eye to eye, and you literally just hold that dummy in his mouth and just tell him hold, 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 and you know he's going to fight you at the beginning, and you're just going to keep holding him, and you're just going to tell him hold, hold, and eventually he just starts getting it, and he just, you know, they'll start doing it even more and more and more, to the point to where they'll hold it in their mouth until you tell them drop. And that's the overall goal. Okay, so once you get your dog, you know, pretty trained, as in it's fetching consistently, it's holding that duck, it knows its basic commands like sit, stay. I mean, that's really it. That's, you know, you can teach them to lay, you know, lay down, stuff like that. I mean, it's not necessary for, I mean, like I said, this is for me. It's not necessary, but it probably is a bonus. That's how I look at it. What I'd start doing next is teaching your dog over. So when he sits, so what you're going to do, what I would do for this drill is put your dogs about, or your dog about, I don't know, 10 yards out in front of you. You're going to tell him stay, and you're going to grab your dummy, you're going to throw it to one side, and you'll point at the same time the direction you want them to go. And what that's going to do, after, you know, frequently doing it and repetitiveness, they'll start knowing that this means over, which means for them to go that way, and then vice versa for this side. Now, that stuff is really big, because when they're going on a blind duck retrieve where they can't see the duck, but you can, and you're giving them directions where to go, over or over, it's really important. But what I would do after that is you're going to throw that decoy, or not decoy, but your dummy, over their head, and you're going to say back. You're going to point back. You're going to point right at them back. And what that's going to do is, you know, they're going to turn around and they're going to know to go back.
Boo!
Here.
Did I scare you?
Yes, you did. Well, after I got the crap scared out of me, I don't even know where I was anymore. Let me think. So once you teach them back and they get that down, you know, to the T, and over, once they get that down, you're going to start wanting to do blind retrieves, and you want to start introducing them to a gunshot. So how I do this is I get a buddy, or, you know, somebody that can shoot a gun, and I put them out about 100 yards, and I'll throw that dummy in the air and they'll shoot a gun, and that dog will start, he'll start figuring out that a gunshot goes with a dummy falling out of the sky. And that's really how you want to do it. And after a few times doing that, you're going to start wanting to bring that person in closer and closer. But that's basically it. Once you start getting that dog comfortable to a gunshot, and that dog really starts figuring out, what this is all about, then your dog is ready. And I personally don't recommend taking out your dog too early or, very untrained. It's just not good. You're not having a good time with the dog because you're struggling to, you're getting frustrated because your dog isn't making retrieves or it's not listening. That's why I say you really want to make sure that your dog is ready to go out into the field and perform. So yeah, that's basically it for today. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of how I train my dogs. This doesn't mean you have to do it. This is just how I do it, and as long as I help one person, like I said, that's all that I really want to accomplish with this video. But as always, guys, if you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up for me. Subscribe down below if you already haven't. Got some great stuff coming, but I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.